What do you think about this concept? Tension is tiring. I've just been thinking about this over the last hour while we're driving, and even with while I'm driving, right? If I get tense behind the wheel and have that fight or flight experience, I get tired. But if I start to relax and just let the corners take themselves and flow with the road, I get less tired. And I started thinking about it like in boxing, the tense boxer gasses out first. The guy who floats around, like Muhammad Ali said it best, you float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That guy, and applies the right small amounts of tension at the correct moments rather than being consistently tense. It's the same as like when I drive. I can't be all flow. Every now and again I've got to put some tension on the wheel and turn it. But if I have constant tension, I get tired. And I started thinking about that same concept in regards to all things in life. It's like how I've always had anxiety my whole life, and when I go out I get exhausted, and some people call that like your social battery. But I start to realize that I'm exhausted because my entire back, like my posterior chain, is so tense. All the muscles are tensed up. And when I realize that, when I'm in a social situation and I relax it consciously, my social battery starts to climb again, right? And then always, like with business, I'll say to people, if you're in a state of struggle, i.e. a high state of tension, don't try to go into a business because you will only fail, because you're only worried about getting yourself out of that state of struggle rather than building the business. And building the business is a state of flow. It's like a flow state. If you're in a state of tension all the time, I need success, then you'll fail, because that's a tense state. And I think that just that one little concept of tension is tiring sums it all up, sums life up. If you can, like Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend, right? If you can be in more of a watery state, a less tense state 90% of the time, and only apply small amounts of tension at the right times in business, life, relationships, driving, fighting, in all of it, maybe that's the key. Tension is tiring. What do you think? You agree? I love it. I love it. Such deep thought.
Yep. Very deep. What are you gonna say?
In all moments when things become difficult, if you think tension is tiring, and then feel your body, feel the state you're in, and go, damn, I might relax, I think things will get a lot better. Even in exams, like if you're at school, everyone says, oh, HSC is a time where it's so difficult for all the children, and the stress levels go high, and even teenage people have thoughts of self-harm and things like this during those states. But that's because they're in such a state of tension. You cannot be at the peak of human performance when you're tense. So how do you expect young people to perform so well in these exams if they're at a state of heightened tension? Doesn't make sense to me. We should maybe be teaching them to relax through these times. And this isn't some like woo-woo relax and meditate concept, you know. It's state of being. Tension is tiring.